Good afternoon, y'all. How you doing? I am Shellie B. These are just the adventures of a conservative Black sister trying to survive in a hot mess world, and a hot mess it is daily. Daily. When I first set out to do these podcasts, I thought I would talk about something much more lighthearted, like music or, you know, inspirational type things and stuff like that. But the world has become such a hot mess. I guess it's always been a hot mess, but the world has become such a hot mess that my spirit just doesn't allow me to talk about the trivial things. It's like, I kind of just wake up with my spirit telling me, like, talk about this. So today I'm going to talk about globalists because I feel like a lot of people do not understand globalists, who they are, what the agenda is. And it's very clear to me because after what happened with COVID, people clearly can't recognize globalists and the agenda and who they are and what have you. But first, I would like to say like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I also usually broadcast live on Rumble too, but Rumble be acting crazy and, I can't be bothered. So I'll just upload it to that, or I'll just broadcast live from Rumble, different content or whatever. But for now, right now, I believe I should be live on YouTube and Rumble, YouTube and Facebook. Let me see. Oh, it looks like it's not doing that. So let me see. Ugh, no, it's not. Let me come off of here and see if I can get it to properly do what it has to do. So I'm going to end this and come back. Well, I'm assuming that it's still going. I can't tell what the fuck's going on here. It looks like I have check marks for Facebook and YouTube. I don't know. Hi, Carrie. Hopefully you can still hear and see me. If you can, let me know. What's up? I don't even know what you're watching on because I'm on my streaming platform and I can't really see what's going on. So I don't know. I'm just gonna get started. Hopefully, you guys are with me. I don't know. I do see a comment. Oh, I'm live. Someone's telling me I'm live, even though on my end, I can't see what's going on. All right. So that's good. All right. So as I was saying, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I am Shellie B. I have I am Shellie B on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, TikTok, everywhere. I am Shellie B. So like I was saying before I got distracted by, the technical things, like I said, when I first started to do these podcasts, I thought it was going to be for something much more lighthearted. But like I was saying, I really feel that there are a lot of things that people don't know. And my spirit's always like very heavy on me to, like, just let people know what I know, be it inspirational, political, whatever. This is just something that, I had a huge revelation about, and that's globalists and their agenda. Even though I had heard about this agenda like in the 90s, but I just really didn't believe it because it just seemed so crazy. But in hindsight, the globalist agenda has always been there, because if you look at societies back in a time of, like, ancient times, like in Kemet and different places like that, before Europeans existed. I don't know where they came from or whatever. That's like a topic for a different day or whatever. But before that, you know, societies were led by however they felt they wanted to live, as indigenous people, and they were left alone. And then eventually Europeans came through with their idea of, like, colonizing, stealing the resources, stealing all the information and the magic and whatever. And, people act like globalism has only been around for a short period of time, but it's actually very ancient concept, and it's very deep, and it kind of even goes into the spiritual, religious, all different type of ideologies surrounding globalism, and a certain group of people that feel that they, should rule the world, or they feel that they are the dominant species on the planet and what have you. Okay, so first things first, a lot of people, I really feel, do not understand what a globalist is or what a nationalist is. Now, I don't particularly have a problem with either. I feel like I'm not a nationalist because I have no idea about what nation I identify with because of colonialism and globalism, is why a lot of Black people will never probably be nationalists or have any real allegiance to America as it is with the government and the people that rule us here. If you look at Africa, it's nothing but a whole bunch of Europeans that's colonized over there and stole all the resources. So am I a nationalist? No. But a nationalist is just someone that, believes that, their country should come first, their nation should come first. I guess can identify with that a little bit, being that I live in America. I really wish that, the money that we pay into taxes and stuff could be used for us. It's not, though. The people that rule the world are not nationalists. They are globalists. It's very clear, that they are not nationalists, because all of our money goes out of the country into some other situation that has nothing to do with the nation. And it's like some, they always make it seem like, it's some catastrophe that's happening overseas, that if we don't fix it, it's going to affect us here. So that's the globalist mindset, that, we must control the whole world or it's going to affect us here. It's a bunch of bullshit, but that's the difference, between a globalist and a nationalist. And I also feel that most globalists are actually very liberal, Democrat type of people and ideologies. A lot of the reason why I think it's become so liberal is because the rest of the world really doesn't want to be bothered with it. So then you have to make it more all inclusive to, get more numbers. That's just my personal opinion of, what they're doing. And most nationalists are always deemed as conservatives or right-wing people, and globalists or Democrat people are always considered more to the left or whatever, which I don't understand the left and right, when, like I always say, the average person usually falls right in the middle. So that's all bullshit to me. But, I don't have a problem with nationalists, and I really do feel that the whole world really wants to stay nationalist. I don't think that you can have globalism without destroying the culture of everyone else. I mean, it's proven. Globalism is not a new idea. It's been around forever. Look at Africa, look at America. Globalists come and they decide that we want this and we're going to take it. And if you don't want it, then we're going to go after you. They act like, they're like these kumbaya people that care about the whole world and, climate change and all these things. But it only applies to us. It doesn't apply to them. It only applies to, the working class people of a region, or the poor people of a region, because them now, the ones that control all the money and all the resources, they can do whatever they want. They can fly in jets, they can eat all the meat they want, and they can do whatever they want. It's just us that needs to be controlled and kept in a certain position. So so a lot of people, like, this kind of surprised me too, that like these organizations like the United Nations, the World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, the European Union, all these places, Davos, Bilderberg, these are organizations that have been around, that the people really had no hand in selecting these people. Just governments that decide, hey, we're going to take on the globalist, idea, and we're going to support these organizations, and we're going to exalt them, and we're going to give them powers. And that's how they get there. Nobody voted for the World Health Organization to, decide any of our health issues and stuff like that. So, the fact that they gained so much power over COVID, to me, people should be afraid of that just like random people can just come in and your government gives them power over your life, your liberty, your body, your business. These people constantly are coming with some new fear. Now it's climate change, but it's only climate change for us. We're the problem, not them. They can, like I said, they have like their the Bilderberg group been meeting since the 50s. What the hell they be talking about? Who is there? It's mostly, it is all comprised of like big corporations, rich elite families, a few minions from other nations and stuff that are there for greed or whatever the case may be. And they literally sit there and talk about ways that they could stay in power and keep their influence over the world. And that's what they do. They tell you is that Davos, they tell you exactly, what they're there to do. They believe that they are the people that, should control the world because they, have all the corporations, they control, large portions of the money and resources. So they feel that they should rule the world because they know better than the people. The people are irrelevant. The governments are irrelevant to the greater good. Like COVID was a whole thing about the greater good of like, do this because it's for the greater good. Climate change, you can't have a gas car anymore because it's for the greater good. You can't eat meat anymore because it's for the greater good. Meanwhile, when they have their conventions, they're eating meat, they're flying jets, they're doing everything. You have to understand that these people, they feel like we are impeding on their resources. They want to cut us out of the picture. They want to figure out a way to, lean us out. You know what I mean? Because we, are useless. What's that guy from? I always talk about him and I forget his name. Yorval Noah Harari. He's like the front man of the World Economic Forum. And they tell you what their plan is. They tell you what their plan is for the future. And he always talks about the useless class, which is us, the useless class, because, they want us to believe that, AI is going to take over the world. It's always some new fear. AI is going to take over the world, and all these people are going to be out of work, and all these people are going to be a big drain on society, and they have to go. Like they say that the world needs to be depopulated. Bill Gates' whole agenda is depopulation. Planned Parenthood, when it started, it was all about, depopulation, sterilization. And, they now, since it's not so, welcome, they kind of, try to cover up their history. But we know the history, before Planned Parenthood, it was the Negro Project. Their whole mission was to exterminate Black people. Now today, there's some everybody make it seem like there's some kumbaya organization that is there for the betterment of humanity. It's a disguise that the globalists wear. They want to control the world and they want to keep the population down. The only people that matter is their group, their people, and they want a one world government, one world economy, one world rule, one world religion. If you notice, they've added so many different ideologies and identities and everything under their blanket to where it's just nothing but full of confusion. But they need that because established nations don't really want no part of that. They have their own beliefs, their own religion and whatever, and they really don't want to, follow these people. And, the conspiracy is that they are Satanists. And I feel like if you look at the history of these people, that's all they do is come through, rape, rob, and pillage, steal all the resources, leave the people for dead. I mean, look at Leopold from France. He came in, cut the arms off of the children, just demonic shit, kill all of the kids in a place and enslave the rest. That's demonic. You cannot tell me that is of God. And globalists always say like, we're for everyone, everyone can come with us. We're so liberal, we support everything until they don't support it. And then now you're racist and you're everything else when you don't agree. You know what I'm saying? And like the nations that do not agree with the globalists in the way that they want to control things, then they want to go to war with them to either force them into compliance or to destroy them into oblivion where they just have no power or any resources left. You know, they don't, and they fight one for so long that they just have no room left to fight. You know, Africa is 90% colonized by Europeans. Who are the globalists? Europeans. I was watching a TED talk with different globalists. Klaus Schwab was one. Some woman was on there, and a few of their little minions that they use as the front people. Everybody kind of stood up, gave their 2 cents in favor of it, asking questions. But then this one black woman, African woman, stood up from I think she was from Ghana, and she was asking, yeah, globalism. She said, yeah, we already know what globalism is because you've come to Africa, and how do we know that your way of doing things is just not going to be more of the same? Well, they were speechless. They didn't have any answer for that. And he was more or less saying, well, yeah, there's going to be some people that suffer in the new world or whatever. So they're literally telling you that you don't matter, like you're not part of their agenda. Like they see themselves. They don't see the rest of us. The rest of us are just useless beings, as they call us. That guy, Harari says that, the future, wait, I think, let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I think I have this video right here. Let me see right here. Hold on. Let me put my earpiece on. Because they tell you, one thing I could say about Satanists is they tell you what they're going to do. And when people show you who they are, you really need to believe them. That's all I got to say. Let me see if I can get this to come on. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen for the first time. Okay, let me see. Let's see what he's going to say. Okay, listen to this shit right here. Hang on.
Of life.
Hold on, let me bring this back again. Let's hear what this motherfucker gonna say right here. Listen, I've listened to so many videos by this man, and it's like freaking scary. The ideas that they have for the future. Listen to this.
By hacking organisms, elites may gain the power to re-engineer the future of life itself. Because once you can hack something, you can usually also engineer it. All of life, for 4 billion years, dinosaurs, amoebas, tomatoes.
So they're just now telling you, let me unshare my screen. Hold on, let me see. Stop screen. Okay. So they're telling you right there what the plan for the future is. It's like they want, they're telling you. They want, and he said it many times. They want oh, come on, now my pop filter acting crazy. They want people to be hackable. Oh my God, come on now. Bumba clot. Okay, whatever. That should work. Whatever. I don't know. My pop filter's acting crazy. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Devil's in the details. Anyway, so they want you to think that they're all for you, but they're not. It's like they just want to control you, and they want to keep the masses as controllable as possible. They're literally telling you that they want to make it where they can hack into you. It's just like that George Orwell movie where they talk about, thought police. Like you won't even be in control of your own thoughts because they'll be listening. You know what I'm saying? And if you say anything against them, well, God only knows what they're going to do with that information. It's very scary. These people frighten the hell out of me because I know there's nothing godly about anything that they want to do. This guy says that, the future is not human, and, we must agree, look at Elon Musk with the Neuralink. Now, I mean, I feel like Elon Musk is definitely a Satanist. I mean, he wore a devil's champion costume, with a big, Baphomet or demon on it or whatever. So like they let you know who they are. A lot of people don't mind following Satanists. That's on you. Allegedly they're Satanists or whatever the case may be. That's just what I keep hearing, and the way they act kind of leads me to believe that that's accurate. But to me, I feel like even with the neural link, like I have seen where people were able to walk again. Like I feel like the technology will be good, but will you be able to get a neural link to walk again? Like who are going to be the people to get those special treatments and stuff? It's surely not going to be like the lady said in Africa. It's surely not going to be no poor African that's going to get a neural link to walk again, or they're going to get whatever special technology to see again. It's for them. It's for the elite. It's for the people that can afford those technologies. It's for the people that rule the world. It's for the dominant society. It's not for us. So, these are the things that people need to pay attention to when they get all gung-ho for an ideology, because this is a democratic hijack, really, the globalists. I personally feel like, a democracy is a good thing, but I just feel like it's been so hijacked and it's so corrupt now that I just don't even feel it works. For those that don't know, democracy is where, the government is kind of run by the people. America's supposed to be a democracy. We have a constitution, but our government is so corrupted by globalists, the people like George Soros and people like that give a lot of money to politicians and nations and agendas and stuff like that, so they can get their globalist agenda out there. So we can't really trust a democracy. I mean, it all of this means nothing. I feel like we're not even a communist society anymore. At least they, as a communist society, they try, I guess. Communism and socialism kind of confuses me. I guess they're kind of similar, but they kind of want to make sure that the little people have something. I don't know. It's all so confusing to me. And that's the bottom line. The devil is always going to come with a bunch of confusion. So that's the reason why, how that it's from the devil, because it's confusing and it don't make no damn sense. You know what I mean? You cannot convince me that these people give a shit about us. They care about their position in society. They care about their corporations and their control of the world. And when you don't agree, or when you are against what they're trying to do, then they want to go to war with you. Then they're going to attack you in the media. They're going to try to discredit you, slander you, and try to destroy your reputation so people cannot follow you. I feel like now the way the society is, like globalists, people are starting to kind of wake up to the corruption, but they don't really understand. They can't pinpoint where it comes from. And I feel like people are waking up to it. And I feel like that's why they're getting so desperate. Like globalists want anything that has to do with the whole entire world. It's a globalist backed agenda. Like COVID was a globalist backed agenda. Even listen to this. Hold on. I had to learn how to share my screen, because look at this. Hold on 1 second now. Let me share my screen. Present. Share my screen. Share the screen. Let me see. Here we go. Look at this guy. Look what he be saying. Look what he say. The pandemic represents a rare but narrow window of opportunity to reflect, reimagine, and reset our world. Now, for those that said that the Great Reset was a conspiracy, that a new world order was a conspiracy, they're telling you right there that it's not. Like, this was all done to just make a test run to see how stupid humanity could be and how much control they could have over society. Who elected him? Have y'all ever heard him talk? He sounds like a villain. Like, these people are horrific to me. Look, what does he say right here? He says, what does he say? In the new world, it is not the big fish which eats the small fish. It's the fat fish that eats the slow fish. Who's going to be slow? Who can keep up with these rich ass motherfuckers? Not me. So I guess I'm going to get eaten by these people, Now their new thing is climate change. we're bad for the environment. Humans are bad for the environment. Animals are bad for the environment. Now, once they take away all the farmland, they take away all the animals. Now you're left with nothing and you're under their control. Like he said, you'll eat the bugs and you'll be happy. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. It's like they're brainwashing you into expecting nothing because that's what they're going to give you is nothing, you know? What is this one? What does this one say? I mean, I just been reading his quotes because it's like unbelievable. I tried to find videos, but it's really hard to find any videos of these people because, again, Google is one of those globalist owned corporations, and they are going to scrub the internet of anything bad about them, so nobody, can have a bad opinion of them. Like all of these quotes that he said, eating the bugs. Kamala Harris, I tried to find a quote of her where she said that through vaccines, they will depopulate, they expect to depopulate the earth, depopulate people a lot by vaccines. Then she tried to turn it around and say, oh, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say pollution. And not depopulation. She's just full of shit. Like anybody that saw that original quote knows that she said what she said. That's what it is. They want to depopulate. It's just like Harari said, it's too many useless people. And if you're part of the people they consider useless, you need to be paying attention to these fucking people. He says, change can be frightening and the temptation is often to resist it. But change almost always provides opportunities to learn new things, to rethink tired process and improve the way we work. So these are people that nobody elected. They just came out of nowhere, even though they've been there forever. That's the secret government that everybody was talking about all along, the globalists, United Nations, all of these people that go around the world pillaging it and trying to like control the governments everywhere. They even killed some of the leaders because they don't want to participate. This is globalist. They've been around forever. I feel they've been around since ancient times. I feel like it's just a bunch of demonic people trying to usher in a Satanist rule. You know what I'm saying? Like if you only have one government, you're going to have one religion and that's it. One religion, one God, which is their God, what is the devil or whatever. What God would do this? What God would allow you to go through the earth and pillage everyone and kill off everybody and steal all the resources and starve people and create famines and wars? And this is what they do. This is what they do. I'm not making this up. That's what they do. I mean, come on. I mean, these people, I'm sorry. They got to go. They have really got to go. I don't get it. For a second. Let me stop sharing the screen. Okay. So, I'm going to get very much more proficient with this. This is my first time sharing the screen. I'm getting more proficient and it's already irritating, doing this because like people just don't believe when you tell them shit. So then you got to like give a lot of receipts. And me personally, I don't give a two shits really. If anybody really believes what I'm saying, I wish you would go out there and try to prove me wrong. I would love to be wrong. Just like I said to my union president about the vaccine. She called me a conspiracy theorist. I said, well, I would love to be wrong. Please prove me wrong. Tell me what's in it. Just prove me. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong, especially now that everybody took this shit. I would love to be wrong. So as far as I say about these people, they are people that cannot be trusted. Listen to this. Now, this blew me away because people always talk about anti-Semitism and all this stuff. But look at George Soros. I mean, he was an anti-Semite against his own damn people. Now, would you trust somebody like this? Look at this. Look at this shit here. I wouldn't trust nobody like this. He, as a young person, and where was he from? He was from, I think Hungary or something like that. And the people in Hungary or wherever he's from, they don't even like him either. Yeah, he was from Hungary. And like when the Nazis occupied them or whatever, his family took a different name. They were Jewish and they took a different name. He lived as a Christian. So he pretended to be a Christian. And during the time that he was pretending to be a Christian, he was part of a squad that went around and took the Jewish people. This is unbelievable. Took the Jewish people's belongings and stuff like that and kicked them out or whatever. And, before they went to the concentration camps or whatever, he hid, and he did that to his own people. So if somebody, and then listen to what he says about it. Just check this out. Child, these people are something else. Look at this. Just listen what he says.
Yours, who swore that you were his adopted godson.
Yes.
Went out, in fact, and helped in the confiscation of property from the Jews.
That's right.
Now, y'all talk about anti-Semites all the time. This is an actual Jewish person that did this to his own people. So please stop playing with me. Why can this person be trusted? Listen what he's going to say.
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like an experience that would send lots of people to the psychiatric couch for many, many years. Was it difficult?
Not at all. Not at all.
So a lot of people who
This nigga right here, he's smiling. He's smiling and said, not at all. Not at all. Like, it didn't bother him at all to pretend to be Christian and to go around and watch, harm his own people. It didn't bother him at all. And then he was even smiling. Like, are you kidding me? And these are the people that we're supposed to trust. And these are the people that we're supposed to believe have our back. These are the people that we're supposed to believe care so much about humanity when he didn't even care about his own people. I could see as a kid, maybe you were forced into doing that. And you would say, oh my God, that was just so traumatic for me. Like, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me, to see my people go. He smiled and said it didn't bother him at all. So if it don't bother him at all to see his own people suffering, he sure don't give a fuck about my black ass. So any of y'all dumbass people out there that trust somebody like that, you're a damn fool. You're a damn fool. And I would really like to know how Jewish people feel about this person, because I just can't even imagine that they support his ass, because I would have a problem. I would have a total problem. That's just like, another black person selling somebody into slavery. How could you stand with that? How could that be funny to you? How could you love that? How could that be great for you? Another time he said that was like one of the best times of his life, is that time in his life. Like, who does that? I'm telling you, these are the people that are the globalists, that are the people that want to rule the world and run the world, and they have tons of money, and they invest their money into the governments, and they invest their money to all these agendas and everything, and then they also, they support some of the most wicked shit. You know what I mean? Like, that of all the stuff I watched today, that was unbelievable to me. I had to watch that over and over. I had to research that several times because I just could not believe that was true. Like, you are really Jewish, and you did something like that, and you participated in that, and you saw all that pain and suffering, and then you could sit there and laugh and say it didn't bother you at all. Like, I really wanted to hear the rest of what he was saying. It was even hard to just find that clip. I took it off somebody's page. I don't even know who the guy is, whatever. But it's very hard to find anything bad against these people because, like I said, they are funding all these places. Like YouTube, as much as YouTube blocks so much shit, like, you can't get away with saying anything on YouTube. It's the most censored thing I've ever seen. Rumble is not censored. Odyssey is not censored, but Rumble has its little glitches sometimes, and maybe because so many people are trying to use it now, or it's new. I don't really know what the issue is, but it gets on my nerves sometimes. But I'm still going, I have no choice but to use Rumble, because I know for certain I would get blocked on YouTube eventually if I, now they don't care about me because I don't really have a lot of subscribers and followers. But if I did, I'm sure I would be one of the people to be demonetized and blocked, because I just, I cannot sit there and not say the truth, and the truth is that these are some crazy ass, demonic ass people. You got to have the devil in you to watch your own people go through that and then say it didn't bother me at all, and smiling. Like, that is like unbelievable to me. Like, I can't. And I feel like Elon Musk is also a globalist, but maybe a kinder, friendlier satanic globalist. I don't know how you would name him. He seems like he pretends like that he has like these conservative views, because he's smart enough to see that these old school globalists, people are starting to back away from, and the cat's out of the bag on these people, especially after COVID. And I feel like he's smart enough to know that that's not the way. He's going to be a kinder, gentler, type of satanic globalist, I guess. And like the guy Harari was talking about, now you can Google any of these things and go search for them yourself. It irritated me this morning because for hours I'm on here like trying to find videos because I've seen videos from these people many times years ago and stuff like that. But now since COVID and since the censorship stuff has really taken off, like they've really scrubbed the internet of like anything bad against any of these people. Like it's almost unbelievable the good wholesome image that they gave George Soros. Like I can't even believe it. Like Jewish people should hate him and they should not trust him. Like I just can't even believe that. And for as much as they say everybody's an anti-Semite, yo, that brother is an anti-Semite and he's Jewish. Like, come on. Like, you literally said that you did not feel no kind of way in watching your people go through that. Like, that's crazy. I'm not even Jewish and I would feel bad if I seen people going through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is crazy to me. Like, of all the crazy shit I've seen globalists say, that is crazy to me. Like, and I just can't even believe that, people trust him. A lot of people trust him. There's even Black people out there saying, oh, he's a good man. He's a good man. It's like y'all still on the plantation. Like y'all retarded. Like, these people do not have your best interests at heart. And they're going to throw your ass under the bus and you're going to be eating bugs like everybody else, broke and not being able to, enjoy your life. That you're not a part of the elite. You're a minion. Just never forget. You're not a part of them. You are a minion, and there's some other nations. When you look at the World Economic Forum videos and stuff, and they show like the crowd, like you always see a lot of Arab people with the turbans and stuff like that on. Like, I don't know, like, why any of these people would be in there. Like, why would they want to be globalists, or like, is it a scam? I just don't trust it at all now. I don't trust it at all. I don't want any of these people, even though they claim that more conservatives are nationalists, there are also lots of like, Republican globalists too. I feel like the globalists have infiltrated everywhere because they have so much money and they have so much power. I feel like the United States, I feel like the only reason why they even fuck with the United States is because the United States has so much influence. The United States is broke as hell, trillions of dollars in debt, and they just keep making more money and making it more and more and more. And it's like, eventually the rug's going to fall out on the United States. The United States has no money, but like these elite families, these elite corporations, they do. And they know that the United States has influence. So they infiltrate the governments, and then there's a lot of nations that won't allow them to infiltrate. And thus they have to go to war with them and try to collapse them in some other way or kill their leaders or whatever. For as much as they say, we're for, the whole world to survive and the whole world to work out the world's problems. That's a lie. They want to work out the problems for them to stay in the position that they are in. They would never work enough with another nation to where they would be over them, or to wherever to that they would have more power and influence than them. It's very scary that these same families that had slaves, or the same families that, today, you rule these globalist agendas, they've always been here. It's the same satanic ass people that came in and tried to they came in and tried to they I'm not gonna say try, they colonized Africa and stole everything from there, stole all the magic, all the artifacts and everything, killed and enslaved them. It's the same damn people. It's the same lineage of people for eons and centuries and whatever. So people need to wake up to that. And like, I just feel that the government is a mess. It's very corrupt on all sides of it, and people need to really pay attention. And I feel like people are waking up, but it's just not fast enough. It's really not fast enough. Did I have other videos out here that I wanted to show y'all? Okay, I looked at them all. But so, and I just want to let y'all know that the new thing now that they're trying to make everybody fear is AI. You know, oh, be afraid of AI. Oh, you know, it's going to take your job. Don't be worried about the Mexican, because another globalist thing is that they're saying that they don't really want no borders. Everybody, you know, should be able to go where they want to go, and you know, they let millions of migrants into a nation. They say that, but the real reason why they do that is because it collapses the nation. You're not sending over the people that, you know, are going to help the economy. You're sending over people that have nothing, and then the economy, they're going to be a hardship on an economy. So that's all by design, so that they can eventually, you know, collapse a nation and then come in with the solution to their problem, which is their way of doing things. You know, their universal incomes and, you know, universal credit scores, and you know, all these different policies that they want to put in place, you know, bug eating, and you know, 15-minute cities, and you know, like open air prisons and stuff like that. You know, that's where they're going to put your ass at. You know what I mean? If you are useless, that's where your ass is going to go. So that guy Harari, he just always comes up because he just always says the most out of pocket shit to me. And y'all gotta really go watch him. Just like, you just sit there and just watch their videos, because they're gonna tell you everything they want to do. They tell you everything they are going to do. Just like the what was the other one? The G7 and the G20. That's not a secret summit that they have, but the Bilderberg is very secret summit. And like Davos, I'm not sure if that's so secret, but Bilderbergs, nobody knows what the hell they be talking about. And Bilderbergs, you know, you might find out a little bit about who attends it, but you don't really know much about what they're doing there. But like the other ones, you can sit there and watch it, and you'll see their plans for the future. Like they tell you they want a new world order where they rule everything. The corporations rule the world. That's how they want it. And if you watch any sci-fi movie, that's what it is. The corporations rule the world, control the people. The useless people are just kept in camps and kept in little cities to keep them out of the way of the wealthy elite people, you know. And rich people, don't think rich people are part of it. They ain't shit neither. Their money is nothing compared to these old school money and these corporations that have billions and trillions of dollars, and they have so much power and ability to just like destroy a nation, you know. So no, you know, even rich people are not safe from these people. You know, they might fare a little bit better, you know, but I don't feel that much. And like, you could easily be made broke by these people if they decide they don't like you no more. You know what I'm saying? Because they own all of the corporations you need. They own the banks. They own, you know, the media. They, you know, they own everything. So, you know, now they have to go hard now because people are waking up. So now that's why I feel this whole war is happening, because they know that they got to collapse this system real fast because people are starting to wake up, you know, and they got to do something quick now. COVID, they thought they were going to do it with COVID, but COVID didn't do it. And now people don't want to take the vaccines. People don't trust the media. So now they just got to go hard. Now everybody knows who they are. They're just going hard. And so like I was saying about the AI thing, now they always trying to fear you into something. First, they feared you with COVID and taking their vaccine. God only knows what's in it and what the plan was for that. You know, what's done is done with COVID. You know, I don't think it worked the way they wanted it to. And, you know, they trying to find another way. So now it's climate change that you got to be scared of. You know, it's AI you got to be scared of. But the one thing, and the guy Harari was like, oh, well, you know, when the AI world comes, you know, the people that are 50, they can't relearn everything to be, you know, a programmer and create AI worlds and stuff like that. Yeah, well, you may be very right, but they said the same thing too, you know, during the machine age. You know what I'm saying? And machines took a lot of people's jobs, and humanity still continue on. Humanity still continue on. People found a way, and humanity still continue on. And humanity still is going to continue on. You know, I read a lot of sci-fi books and stuff in my youth, and even today I still do, but I read more true stories now. But, you know, humanity still survives. People find a way to survive. You know, people figure out some kind of way, because that's just an instinct in humans, is to survive. There will be some people that was starved to death, but they don't have to. It's policies and it's greedy ass corporations that make it where everybody has to starve. I do believe that globalism is a good idea in, in theory or whatever, or by definition, but who are the people that's going to run it? More Europeans that have fucked up the whole world and colonized and killed half the people off and stole all the resources. It's those same people. So why would we want to have them run the world? And that is why most of the world is going to be against the United States in this war for that reason. So people need to wake up. There is no side that you can get on. Either side you get on sucks. Either side you get on sucks. You need to be on the side of reality of truth. And the truth is that these people are not for us. Look what they did. They vaccinated your ass, closed your business down, kicked your kids out of school, kicked you out your job, then took what little money you did make and sent it to another country in the name of the greater good. Fuck these people. Like, y'all really have to wake up. Seriously. Because this is ridiculous and time is running out on humanity before they really destroy it. And like, they don't give a damn about, destroying the planet with nuclear shit. For all we know, they might have a cure for radiation sickness and they'll go on without us. Like, we don't know what these people be doing because they are so secretive. We don't know what they be talking about at those Bilderberg meetings that they have every single year since like the 1950s, 1954 or something like that. What the hell they be talking about? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people, I don't know. I just wish humanity would wake up. And like, I can't say enough times that if humanity would get on a frequency of love together, you will elevate and rise above demonic entities. You have dominion over demonic entities. They want to let you think you don't. They want to let you think it's not a spiritual warfare. They want to let you think that killing thousands of babies does not give a demonic entity power. You know what I'm saying? But these are things that are in the Satanist teaching that most of these people believe. You always know a demonic teaching because they believe that it's the same Hitler shit. Like, they believe that they can create a supreme being and they can live forever, that they can create something better than God's creation that's stronger, better, and faster. That's the satanic agenda. So when you hear that, ding, 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 that should be like the biggest red flag and siren for your ass, because that's, go read their teaching. Go read the Satanic Bible. Go read it. I surely did long time ago. I probably need to read it again because they going hard. You know what I mean? You can't have an enemy if you don't study them. Read The Art of War. You know what I'm saying? You better know your enemy because they'll be able to tell you anything. Just like any colonized people. They're going to, hide your history, steal all your artifacts and tell you some other bullshit ass narrative and you believe it. Because you don't have nothing to compare it to, because they done hid everything from your ass. They done lied to you and, stole everything from you. It's unfortunate. I look at the people in Africa. Those are the godly people because they never uprise and killed all of those motherfuckers over there that did that to them. They're still suffering. They're still suffering and they're still allowing these people to rule over them. And they cannot get on a frequency above them. But it can be done. It can be done. But it's like when you have a whole nation of people that's so broken, it's like, and so confused, it's like they constantly got to keep you in a state of being broken and confused. That's why I said anything that's confusing, stop. If you're confused about something, just stop and wait and research and wait some more and wait some more and wait these people out to see what's going to happen. That's how I did with COVID because I was very confused. So I waited. And I'm glad I did. I'm very glad I did. You know what I'm saying? And then look at the people that were telling me to take the shot. The WHO? Who are these people? The World Health Organization. Who are these people? Why do they, how the hell do they know Bill Gates? He's not even a doctor. How does he know anything? Why would I trust him? What is he? I don't even know what he is. You know, what does he do? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we trust these people? These are all the globalists and these are their agendas. Look at these people. Their agenda is always to get rid of you. Of you. And they're all protected and hidden in secrecy. And they have a few little people that they put in the forefront to speak. And when they speak, they tell you exactly what they're going to do. When somebody tells you who they are, believe them. You know, what did Elon Musk say? Was it Elon Musk said he can make you into a butterfly if he wanted to? These people have the total control. Like they're God. They think they're God. You know, they really do have the power of a God, but which God is it? The devil? I mean, I lean more to that side of it all, you know, and they want to make it seem like, you know, it's a big, you know, everybody got to choose a side. You either, you know, you're an anti-Semite if you don't choose, or you this, that, and the other if you don't choose. It's like, listen, none of us need to choose these people. None of us, you're not winning with these people. You're not winning with these people. The media lies like crazy. You know, I have Jewish friends, and a lot of them say they are against that shit. And a lot of the people in Israel didn't even like their prime minister that they have now. You know, they wanted to get rid of his ass. They didn't want him back. And a lot of people are still tight over COVID because he let them guinea pig on them. Like, so it's like the media is not telling you the truth. Why? Because they are globalist owned and run organizations. That's why when you go on Google, you can't find nothing on these people. That's why when you go on YouTube, you can't find nothing. And your favorite shows, to be telling the truth, getting blocked and demonetized or cut off altogether because they don't want people knowing what they really are doing. If they were so on the up and up, they would just let people have speak freely. These are the people that you want to rule the world, people that's going to censor you all the time, force you to take medical products and lie to you and take your job, close your business. These people have a lot of power. And we have to be damn fools, you know, to even want to be down with these people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like somebody said the other day that Black people was on time because Black people, you know, they didn't fall for, you know, the vaccine and all that stuff. I even had one of my friends tell me to go get the vaccine in the white neighborhood because that she just knew for sure that the Black neighborhood would get something else. Well, I agree. They probably did get, they might give them something else, but this is where white people messed up with the vaccine. They took the vaccine more than anybody, but now they know that globalists say, we don't give a shit about you. You're useless too. It doesn't have nothing to do with your race or your color. It's your usefulness. And you are not useful. You are not useful, and we don't care about you. That's what they say. So the one good thing about globalists now is that they've put everybody into the same bucket together. Not that you ain't shit. Your color means nothing today. I mean, look at white people now. The globalist agenda made them villains and hated now too. So now, you know what I'm saying? White supremacy and all that now, you know, the white people getting beat up on the street and dragged and stuff, just like Black people did 60 years ago. So, you know, they're going to put everybody against each other by any means necessary. So it doesn't have anything to do with whiteness or Blackness or who's going to suffer. You're going to suffer if you are useless. And even if you supply a need that they want, you're still not important because that comes a dime a dozen. Like they could easily replace you. Like everybody needs to realize that if you're not a part of the elite and you're not a part of that 1%, you're nothing. You're nothing. And unfortunately, if you're watching me 9 times out of 10, you live in the West, you live in Europe, you live in America, and the whole rest of the world hates us now. The whole rest of the world hates us now because we allow globalists to control our thoughts, our hearts, and minds. So, I mean, I just, you know, I really didn't even want to talk about this because I'm just so tired of Israel. Every time I put the TV on, it's Israel, 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 even though the Congo is in a worse situation, you know, forever. Africa's been in a worse situation forever. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's willing to fight for them. Nobody sends a dime to help them. So it's bullshit to me. You know, People act like they so care about children. Oh, dead babies in Israel. Okay, but there's 8 million motherfucking kids missing every fucking day across the earth. This makes me so mad because I'm a mother. And when I heard that statistic, I couldn't believe that. 8 million children. That's why I taught my children, my son, that grown-ups eat children, because they must. Because 8 million children go missing. There's some real devils out here. Real devils out here. If 8 million children go missing and no one gives a shit. You care about Ukraine. What are we fighting for in Ukraine? 8 million children go missing. They said that they found trafficked children in Ukraine, but they didn't report that on the media. 8 million children go missing, but we're worried about a handful of children that go missing here, there, and everywhere. What about all of the dead children? What about all the missing children? That's why you know it is bullshit. Americans can kiss my grits. 800,000 children go missing in America every year. 65,000 of them kids are Black. So don't you even tell me that you care about your kids. Black people abort their babies more than anything. That is the leading cause of death among Black people is abortion. You know that, right? So don't sit here and act like y'all care about kids, or you don't act like you care about anybody dying. If 8 million children go missing every year and no one gives a shit. 8 million, that is like staggering. That's like unbelievable. 8 million children every year. I couldn't believe that statistic. And then people going to sit here and act like, you know, your government cares about kids. No, they're laundering your money that you work for, your tax money, into another country. So when they collapse this nation, they still got their coins. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. The rest of your money is getting funneled into the military-industrial complex owned by the same globalist families, owned by the same big globalist corporations, and your ass gets nothing. Nothing. And when they collapse this country here, everybody's going to be stuck on stupid with not a dime because they already took all your money. They took your business. They took your job. Your kid is stupid because they took them out of school. There's nothing left for you. Nothing. Nothing. And you guys are walking around with a damn flag. That shit means nothing. There needs to be a one flag for all of humanity that the globalists don't tell us what it is. Because they want to make it seem like, you know, the rainbow flag, that's the flag for all humanity. No, the fuck it's not. Because you're indispensable too. They don't care about none of y'all. It's all just a plot to garner support from as many people as they can. That's why it's so vague. That's why, you know, everybody's included. Everybody's included. Everybody's included. Meanwhile, everybody's confused as hell. Everybody's confused as hell. And the rest of the world is like hell to the no to globalization and colonization and by Europeans. That's what it is. The globalists, they are Europeans. Even some of the European countries see what's coming and they're like, oh, hell to the no. We don't want to be a part of this shit here. You know what I mean? But they're in Europe, so they're going to be part of it. Just like people like in America. I feel that most Americans, if they really knew what globalist plans were, they would be like, oh no, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with this. But we're here. We are stuck here. And the Muslim nations are telling your ass what it's going to be. And globalists don't care. People always keep asking, oh, well, why? You know, why would they want, you know, to have a world war? Because they want to rule the world. So by having a world war, they can collapse all the nations all at one time. Collapse them all. They have everybody's money. They control everything and they own everything. They done stole the resources from everywhere on earth. You know, a few Arab nations held on to theirs. Who's left? Thailand and a couple other small nations that are not colonized. And that's it. What is it, like 3 Arab nations that's not colonized by them and they're always fighting with them? You know, so you know, it wouldn't take much for them to collapse the whole world. And then they'll come in and they'll have their rule, enslave everybody, take control of all the resources and rule the world the way they feel is fit and purge the world because there's too many of us and stuff. Anytime they could tell y'all dumbass people that a cow fart is bad and kill tens of thousands of cows and y'all believe it, y'all some dumbass motherfuckers. I'm sorry. Y'all are dumb as hell and need to wake up. Need to wake up. We've been on this planet for eons, hundreds of thousands of years, maybe. Who knows? They're always lying about how long we were here. Even though, the pyramids and everything are much older than what they say, but, we only get one account of history, and that's the European globalist version. And people just accept that. But to me, I feel like the whole world needs to band together against the small few. And, they're showing you who they telling you exactly who they are, and people really need to look at their, their governments in their nation to see who runs them and who controls them. Because America is completely corrupted and completely ran through. It's like an old whole America when it comes to globalists. They are ran through. And it's like America is so in debt and so and just printing more money all the time. Like they have no leverage whatsoever. Like, and they know that America is based on nothing. We have no resources of value. We have nothing here. We just print money. It's this fake. We're just completely in debt by trillions and trillions of dollars. So the rest of the world thinks we're a joke. So they kind of got to be in bed with globalists because that's how they get their money, But the rest of the people don't know that. Meanwhile, they're mad at the people in their own country that are like, we just want to stay a free country. We don't want to be controlled by globalists. We don't want all these agendas. We just want to follow our constitution and mind our business and, just live our lives in peace. And, I feel like I would like a society like that where, the people are in control and the people really do pick a government that's not corrupted and the people were less ignorant to politics and stuff like that. It would be great. It ain't like that, but it would be great. I feel like we should vote on what we spend the money on, because I guarantee that the American people would never have voted for all these migrants. They would have never have voted for COVID and mandated vaccines. And we had people making decisions for us that we did not elect, like the World Health Organization. And then we have the FDA and the CDC. They're all corrupted and they're all run by globalists too. So, we can't win. And until the people wake up and really see what's going on, humanity is doomed. They are doomed because they already are in a place to win. I just keep saying Africa. They colonized Africa 90%. 90%. Then you have who's left? You have like Russia and China and a few Middle Eastern nations, but really the whole rest of the world really is against the West. And the West is very small compared to the rest of the world. If the rest of the world decides, hey, we don't want globalists, we about to go hard for this. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm saying, if, even the angels fought in heaven. So a fight is not bad. This is what you're fighting for and what the reason you're fighting for. You're supposed to fight for righteousness. You're supposed to fight against evil. If there's some evil demonic entities that's trying to steal from you, you're supposed to defend yourself. They always make it seem like indigenous Americans, like the Europeans just came and they ran them out. They fought with them for 800 years. 800 years they fought with them. They finally beat them because they, gave them diseases and whatnot. You know what I mean? But like they fought for 800 years. That's a long time to be fighting with somebody, especially when your enemy has so much more power over you and weapons and whatnot. So you guys just got to really pay attention. Hey, Rob. Oh, I will always keep trying to get a wake-up call because I love my people no matter what color they are, because we're all getting played. You know what I mean? We have to stop that. And we all have to really just pay attention to these people and know that it really is us against them. It doesn't have any more to do with color, religion, or anything like that. They're trying to come in with their one world demonic run government. You know what I mean? And the rest of the world, what are y'all going to do? What are we going to do? So, these lives always make me exhausted because I feel like it's very negative, but it's like, I feel like it's something people need to know. And it's like, my spirit don't rest until I do the live. If you look at some of my other lives, you'll see them. There's videos on my I Am Shellie B, and in the I Am Shellie B, if you go to the live section, you'll see other lives. The lives are more spontaneous, and they are more like just like the spirit speaking to me, like, talk about this, you know. And like I said, when I first started to do this, I thought I would talk about funny videos and stuff that make me laugh, and like, you know, I always have the intention to do that, but then something else happens and I'm like, hold the fuck up. Like, you know, how can you not warn people? You know, if I get some information and I feel that, you know, people are in danger and not without knowing it, like, I just feel I have to say something. And I feel like if you really pay attention now and pay attention to globalists, you'll see it every time. You will see it every time. Anything that has something to do with the whole entire world participating is always a globalist agenda. Because we don't need them to rule the world. All of the nation's leaders could get together and say, oh, let's do this for climate change. Or, oh, let's do this, and let's let these regions of the West or of the East get together and do this to solve this problem. You don't need a group of Europeans that are already wicked as hell to do that. You know, I just feel like humanity could be peaceful without them. And I just feel like they have too much power and control, and they're dangerous. Look what they're doing right now, you know. And like, the rest of the world does not agree. They do not agree. Globalists are always the Europeans and the West. That's who they are every time. Look at them. Go look at them and look at who they are. Look at all the people at the World Health Organization. Look at all the people that run the United Nations. Look at all the people that run the WHO and all of these globalist organizations, and look at them. You're not going to see not air black person, air brown person, but it's a bunch of Europeans. It is what it is. And white people need to be mad too, because you are not a part of the elite, and they are not talking about you when they talk about the elite. And they're not talking about you when they talk about they and them. They're not talking about you. So y'all better get it together. You're not special because you're white, because you look like them. Go look. Go look. Go read the satanic agendas. Go look at them. They're going to tell you. They'll tell you what they do. Elon Musk wore a devil's champion costume. They're telling you exactly who they are, and they're telling you exactly what the plan is and everything. You know what I mean? And Elon Musk is just smart enough to know that these old head globalists is making a bad image, and he just has a better image. You know what I'm saying? And he was smart because he knew the way they were going, that people would wake up and look at him now. You know, he gonna get everybody to buy his electric car. You know, more and more people are on his platform. They're waking up. You know, a lot of people getting off YouTube and going for you know, more free speech sites and stuff. People are waking up to the government censoring the citizens and stuff like that. People are waking up, and he was smart. He's a visionary. He saw that coming. So, you know, he just has a different plan. I feel like, you know, his plan is, you know, it's not as warmongering, but it's still scary because, you know, he kind of wants to infuse humans with robots and all kind of things. And is it bad? Like, I seen a man walk again with AI and some of those technologies and neural links and all that stuff, you know. So, you know, the jury's still out with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, he comes from South Africa. You know, they colonizers too. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't trust any of these people. I don't trust any of these people, and only time is going to tell, you know, what is going to happen. So I'm about to get off here because, you know, my son is about to be home, and, you know, I am taking him trick-or-treating to get some candy. Oh, it's a demonic holiday. Yeah, whatever. The whole world is demonic. I just sat here and talked to you for a whole hour about everything that we do is demonic, but it's about having discernment. It's about having discernment. You understand? So to me, it's all evil to me. Everything surrounding us is evil, but I want to take my son out. We're going to have some fun. We're going to walk around these neighborhoods and get some free candy. We're going to go to the mall, and we're going to get some free stuff at the mall, and we're going to go and get free. That's what we're doing. So that is what we're going to do. So people are writing me and text messaging me and telling me they're watching. So that is so lovely. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep going, you know. I tell you what, being a content creator is not easy because I really don't want to give out false information. Maybe I do sometimes, but I try my best to research stuff that I'm talking about, and I speak from my heart with discernment about what I'm talking about. And I'm telling y'all, I read a book in the 90s called The New World Order, and it talked about forced medical products, and it talked about depopulation. It talked about, you know, one world government, you know, it talked about all that stuff. So I never really believed it either. Like some of you, I thought it was conspiracy theories, even though back in them days, that wasn't even a term. That just started coming up lately. Conspiracy theories, now that people are waking up, they want to try to make you think everything you're hearing is fake, you know. But I did read many books about the New World Order and secret sciences and all kind of different things. And here we are today, living right in those times. And I swear to you, I never thought that I would really live to see any of these things come to fruition. You know, a lot of people don't believe in the Bible. You know, I read the Bible, the Quran, all these different books. But one thing I can say about that Bible, though, the Bible said the whole world will band together against one demonic entity. And damn it if it ain't happening. Damn it if it ain't happening. The whole world is about to band together against the West. And we know there's devils in the West. We know there's devils in the West. Because look at what they've done. Look what they did to Africa. You know, look what they've done. Look what they've done all across the world. There are some wicked ass people in the West. The Europeans are terrible. Look at Hitler. Look at the wickedness that comes out of, you know, the West. Now, we ain't going to forget about the Arabs neither, because they colonized and enslaved black people first. And they're the ones that taught the Europeans how to enslave. Understand? So, you know, and I feel like, you know, Western society and Western influence is what makes the rest of the world hate brown people. You understand? So there's lots of devils in the West that the rest of the world would like to see obliterated. And unfortunately, we live in the West. So I feel like people in the West, I feel like our waking up and our speaking up is detrimental to the whole rest of the world, because they're, you know, the rest of the world looks at us, you know, to follow. They look at us for trends and stuff like that. And I just feel like, you know, it's not going to end well for us here. And, you know, war is never the solution to a problem, but that's how globalists do things, because if they can't get you to do it their way, they're going to force you. So just be mindful and pay attention. Keep your third eye open. Keep your third eye open, y'all. Okay? So I'm going to go. I am Shellie B, the adventures of a conservative Black sister surviving in a hot mess world. And, you know, this is a whole entire hot mess, these globalists. And, you know, these wars that they're starting all over the world. And I guarantee that most of y'all, the more your eye opens, the more conservative you're going to realize that you are. It doesn't have nothing to do with Republicans and Democrats, because half of the time I don't even fucking vote. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust none of these people. It has to do with values. Really look at liberal values and see if you fit into that. Really look at conservative values and see if you fit into that. I just definitely can speak for my people in saying that most Black people are very conservative. Just historically speaking, you know, ancestrally speaking, ancient times speaking, we're just very conservative. We just are, just as a people. So, you know, be mindful of that. I feel like most people are conservative. Even people that think that they're liberal, when you really peel the onion back on liberalism and Democrats and the globalists and all that stuff, y'all don't want that shit. Y'all don't want it. You want to just live your life and do what the hell you want to do with nobody telling you what to do. That's what you want to do. All right, so I'm out of here. I am Shellie B. Like, share, and subscribe. Even if you don't like, share, subscribe, you know, leave a comment, because all of that helps the algorithms. I'm learning. You know, commenting, you know, liking, different things like that, sharing the video, watching it in its entirety, all helps. You know, I try to, you know, keep it as interesting and as, you know, from the heart as I can, to keep y'all with me. You know, if you don't watch it right away, come back and watch it later, you know, whatever you got to do to keep a sister going. You understand what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all watching. And I don't know when I'm going to be back on here. Whenever the spirit moves me, that's when I come back. And like I said, if you guys have things that you want me to talk about, please put it on there. Leave me a comment. You can inbox me. You can call me if you know me personally. You got my direct phone number. Please contact me and tell me things that you would like me to hear me discuss, or if it's something that you want me to research or look into or whatever like that. Hopefully when I come back on here, it'll be something more lighthearted. You know, hopefully, you know, I'm gonna do my best to come back with something more lighthearted the next time, because I myself am getting tired of talking about all this bullshit, especially since I learned how to share my screen. So I'm gonna probably share some funny videos, because that's another thing I like, is like really funny videos and stuff like that, and just silly, mindless shit that just makes me laugh. So that being said, I'm out of here, y'all, and I'm gonna go. I got to go. My child's coming home soon. You guys have a wonderful day. I love y'all very much. Bye.